We're back with the Screen Team right here on KWOC. We're all about the movie reviews here, man. Whether it's new in the movie theaters, whether it's new on DVD, or whether it's something from our very own personal collection, we are definitely going to review it for you, okay? We're being brought to you by Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, where Walmart is next door to us. Being joined for this segment from Sean. Sean, it's good to have you on the show, man.
Hi, hello. How are you guys doing?
Doing great, man. We are here to review a movie that... I don't know if you love or not, but you love the video game, right?
Yes. We're talking about Warcraft. Warcraft, based on a 20-year-old video game series, started as a real-time strategy, has now moved into a massively multiplayer online game called World of Warcraft, and at one point had over 10 million players.
Okay.
Real popular, kind of decreased lately, but it's still a very well-loved franchise in video gaming.
Was it something that you played?
Yes, I have. Let's not get into how much I've played, especially with World of Warcraft.
Okay. Can you tell me if you liked it or not?
The movie.
No, not the movie. Let's go with the video game first.
Yes. World of Warcraft is my favorite game of all time.
Okay.
I've read into the lore. I haven't read any of the books, but I've read what the books are about. Looked at some of the deeper kind of plot characters and stuff that's involved with it.
Okay.
I'm not... totally on the far end, but I do know quite a bit about the series.
So it's fair to say that maybe you're excited about the release of this movie?
I was very excited about the release of this movie.
Okay. So going into it, did the trailers add to your excitement?
They did not.
Why not?
The trailers were weird because you could tell the CGI wasn't done. And even the director of the film, Duncan Jones, he did Moon, did Source Code. He had kind of disavowed some of the marketing for this movie because he didn't really like it, and it didn't do a good job selling you on the movie. It's just, the trailers were just kind of filled with hard rock, and you wouldn't expect that from what is, for most intents and purposes, kind of a Lord of the Rings-esque fantasy adventure.
Okay, so before you let us know whether this is a good movie or not, what is the nuts and bolts basic storyline of this film?
Okay, basic storyline of this film is that the orcs are being led into the kingdom of Azeroth, which is currently, it's medieval. There are kings, there are knights, and they are basically, the movie is more about the orcs than the humans, but they're led across, and then they get into a conflict with the humans over the land, and then it just kind of bubbles on from there. So basically, the film is about that main conflict between orcs and humans. The orcs are led by a shaman or a warlock named Gul'dan, who's a big evil guy. Basically, he sucks the life force from any other living thing, as is shown quite often throughout the movie. And it's basically about their how they conflict with the humans as when they start crunching up on their territory.
Okay, so we got our basic storyline. Yeah. Was it any good?
That's a hard question to answer.
It's not really that hard. Did you like it? Did you enjoy yourself?
I liked it. I don't know if I would say it's a good movie.
Okay, what was it that you liked about it?
I liked it because I will step back. Because there is that when you're adapting a video game to a movie, there's two problems you're probably going to run into. Because video games either have too little plot or way too much plot. And this was the case of running into way too much plot. The filmmakers have came out and said that they had to that the studio cut like 40 minutes from the film.
Okay.
And it really shows. Because at the beginning, I'm sitting there, I notice that's Westfall, that's a Murloc, that's Medivh. I know who Medivh is. I'm excited to see him. I'm excited to see Khadgar. I know who all these people are. The movie doesn't do a good job of explaining who these people are.
Right.
Explaining who the orcs are, who Durotan is, why Durotan is important. And just kind of, it's going to rely on you going into knowing who these are. Some of that could have been part of the cutout movie. Yeah. We'll never know. But
unless there's a
director's cut or something.
Right.
But yeah, it jumps around a lot at the beginning of the movie. It gets better towards the end. But again, the plot, like the storyline, there's nothing groundbreaking here. There was nothing groundbreaking about the original Warcraft with regards to plot. I mean, it's kind of rote fantasy, but it was the way it was executed in the games kind of led to, a sense of feeling, a good sense about the story. Also, the story got better in the later games, which they're mainly covering the original Warcraft right now.
I agree with you. I haven't seen the film, so I can't review on the film, but I can let you know my impression from the trailers. And I was a lot like you. I was like, man, this CGI looks pretty poor.
I will say,
how was the CGI?
CGI was fantastic.
Was it really?
The CGI on the orcs, particularly, because the orcs are a lot better in this movie than the humans. Mm-hmm. You can tell the storyline's based mainly on them, and just the way the CGI is for the orcs, you believe when they're interacting. It's not real because, hey, it's an orc. Come on. But the way it captures the little details about the orcs is fantastic. When you get in some of the bigger battle scenes, a little bit less so. But, especially the one-on-one kind of just conversations between the orcs, It is really good.
Okay, good to know. So you kind of hinted at this earlier. For the general public, do you have to be a fan of the video games to like this movie?
It helps a lot.
Okay.
Like I said, I have not gone into it not knowing who these people are, so I can't really say, what the opinion is going to be of someone who does not know who they are. How, because I'm able to make those connections instantly.
Of course.
When they show a griffin, I know, hey, where that comes from. I know what that significance is. I don't know if the general public's going to instantly make that connection. Also, there are some acting problems in this movie.
Okay.
The orcs, well done. I think the voice actors and the motion capture done for the orcs, well done. Mm-hmm. The humans, less so. Dominic Cooper as King Lane was just horribly miscast. He looked bored. He looked out of place quite often.
Yeah.
I thought, I can't remember the actor's name. He plays on Viking that plays the main human. He does fairly well. And the mages, Kagdar and Medivh, I can't remember his name. Played Archangel in X-Men 3. Ben Foster.
He's great. I love Ben Foster.
He's really good as Medivh. Yeah. The actor who plays Kagdar, real well. Mm-hmm. But one of the king of the humans being that miscast is just kind of brings a downer to the film.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
There you go. There is the review of Warcraft, and you can find it on DVD. Coming up after the break, we're going to review Alice Through the Looking Glass with Sabrina. It's next on KWOC.